2017, Miss World launched the first ever head-to-head challenge, which offered viewers a different dimension of the Miss World event.
The head-to-head challenge is an in-depth look at each contestant, giving them their day to shine at the Miss World Festival. Already 2 billion people have engaged with this program.
So welcome. This is the head-to-head challenge, and we are here with Group 4. How are you, ladies?
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Excited. Oh, excited.
Yes.
Very excited.
Ready.
You're so happy.
Nervous,
And we're going to tell you how it works.
The contestants were divided into 16 groups at the official head-to-head challenge draw. Now, there can only be one winner per group, and that is decided by you, the public.
16 winners will go to the final challenge, which will take place at the Capitol building, which is the center of the Puerto Rican government.
For the challenge today, first of all, we will meet the contestants, watch their introductory videos that they have made themselves, and ask them a question about that. Then we will ask them a final question.
And remember, there are 3 ways to vote.
Liking the contestants' official Miss World Facebook page,
Voting for them on the Miss World website.
or voting for them on their official Mobster account.
The contestant with the most increases in votes, likes, follows after the episode will advance.
Remember, only one contestant per episode can advance for a chance to win her spot in the Miss World semi-final.
So that's how you can vote. Let's start with Poland.
Hello everyone, my name is Karolina Bielawska and I have a privilege to represent my beautiful Poland at 70th anniversary of Miss World. I come from the charming Łódzkie region, which is located in the heart of Poland. What I love the most about my country is our famous Polish hospitality. Wherever you come from, we will welcome you with the open arms. I am a 22-year-old business student with a bachelor degree in management, and I'm studying for my master's degree. Coming from an academic family, education has always played a big role in my life. My mother is my biggest inspiration. She's truly my best friend, who shared with me the passion to travel. We've been to over 32 countries together. This has taught me empathy. We have so much more in common than what sets us apart. Being Miss Polonia has taught me that with every blessing comes an opportunity to use it for good. So I began to volunteer. I've learned to use my platform to support various charities, such as 8 institutions which were suffering during pandemic, women fighting against breast cancer, and children with disabilities. However, my heart stayed at Zupa na Pietrenie Foundation, where I became a full-time volunteer. Every Sunday, we serve people in homelessness crisis by meeting their physical and mental needs. But what is the most important? We give them the feeling of security, as we gain trust through understanding and kindness. Beauty with a purpose means that we live with gratitude as we serve others with love. That is why I'm honored to be a part of Miss World, with all my wonderful sisters, because we are each unique and yet we are one. Mucho gusto, Puerto Rico. See you soon.
Tell me, how is it like traveling with your mother?
Oh, okay, but if she will cry, we will blame you, okay? Because I just wanted to tell all of you, like, she's truly like my best friend. And I'm sure that, Mom, you're watching it, so I just wanted to let you know that it's always a lot of fun with you. And whatever we do, I'm super grateful for the opportunities that she provided me with, and for everything, like the way she keeps showing me the world and its beauty, because she gave me this sense of curiosity and openness to discover more in life. And actually, I believe that traveling is the only thing that you pay for that makes you even richer. And it enriched my life with empathy and openness, and also this better understanding that we have as people so much more in common than what sets us apart. And my mom is the one who taught me to show love to one another, regardless our race, religion, or culture. So, Mom, just wanted to let you know that I thank you for who you made me to be today, and I truly love you.
Oh.
It's so nice you have such
My
a close
mom or me?
relationship with your mother.
First question.
No, thank you, Poland. It's really nice to have such a nice story about your mother.
Yeah, that's a truly blessing.
Thank you. Sri Lanka.
Hi Bovan, Banakam, and a warm welcome to everyone. My name is Shadi Greenwood and I am 19 years old and I will be representing Sri Lanka for the Miss World pageant in Puerto Rico for 2021. I am deeply humbled and grateful for this opportunity and I can't wait to make my fellow Sri Lankans proud and happy. A little bit about me is that I grew up in the sunny coast of Colombo, Sri Lanka to a biracial family. My father being German-British and my mum being Sri Lankan. I also grew up alongside my elder sister Sabrina, who was my best friend and my backbone throughout my life. I studied at Asia International School where I found a deep love for music and the art of singing. My favorite genre is jazz, which is where I discovered my love for it as well. I also love playing sports, which is where I grew up and learned my passion for netball, which is also another one of my favorite things to do, a little side hobby of mine. I'm currently studying international relations at Tokyo International University in Japan, and I hope to one day come back to Sri Lanka and to help children in need of education here. I feel strongly about education and children. My Beauty with a Purpose project is Pearl Protectors, which is a marine conservation group that is started up with a band of university students in Sri Lanka in 2018. This group of university students realized that there was a mass problem in terms of plastic pollution here in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka being a trading hub in most of Asia realized that there was a lot of oil spills as well that affected many of the marine life such as olive ridley turtles and many of the whales that call Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean their home. Therefore, we realized that this was a mass problem and together we tried to inspire the youth and bring awareness to this problem in Sri Lanka, which is where I hope to bring this cause to the global platform at the Miss World pageant this year. I'm deeply humble and grateful for this opportunity and I can't wait to share this journey with you all. To my fellow Sri Lankans, thank you so much for supporting me and believing in me, and I can't wait to make you all proud of me. Ayubowan and thank you.
Sri Lanka, tell me, who is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration, hands down, my grandfather. He was my hero. He was my best friend, my partner in crime. But he was also someone that went through a lot in life, and he was actually diagnosed with cancer. And my childhood was characterized by constant visits to the hospital and seeing the effects of radiation treatment on the body and seeing him go through that. And if there's one thing I always remember and I look back on fondly is that he always walked into that hospital room with a smile on his face, and he always walked out of that hospital room and walked in and out with a smile on his face. He was just somebody that always saw the beauty in life no matter how dark his days were. And there's one quote he always would tell me, we all have good days and bad days, we're human, but your bad days don't characterize you, they don't define you. And they just help you grow as a person, and they help build you up. And you have to believe in yourself that there are going to be good days and the bad days will pass. And that's how he lived life through cancer, and that's how he fought through cancer. And I think that's just somebody I really look up to, somebody that views life so beautifully like that.
Yeah, he sounds like an incredible human being.
He was an amazing person.
Yeah, what a beautiful answer. Thank you very much, Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
Now on to Cayman Islands.
When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. This quote got me through many challenging times in my life and reminds me to hold fast to the purpose behind my journey, despite any adversities I may face. 2020 was a tough year for us all, for many different reasons. I knew that my lifelong calling to lead, to inspire, to give back could all be achieved through Beauty with a Purpose. The Cayman Islands is a beautiful Caribbean paradise, and I am so proud to call it home. From its nature to its people, my tiny island nation became the first part of my purpose. Caymankind is going the extra mile, smiling a little brighter and kindness in its most practical form. It's my favorite part of being a Caymanian. My name is Roshana Hides. I am a 25-year-old honors graduate from the University of Central Florida. I love any form of creative expression, traveling, and entertaining people by quoting movie scripts and internet memes. I also live with generalized anxiety every day. In 2020, I felt like I could give up, but then I remembered why I started. I am honored to represent the Cayman Islands in Puerto Rico.
Cayman Islands, you're weaving something in your video. What is that?
Yes, so it's actually called thatch weaving or plaiting, and it
Okay.
is made from the dried fronds of the silver thatch palm, which is the national tree of the Cayman Islands. And it's made into many different things, baskets, hats, and even bookmarks, which I'll give the girls later as gifts before we leave each other. And the ladies in the video who were doing the craft with me are actually from my hometown of West Bay. So I want to say thank you so much to Aunt Marlena, Miss Rose May, and Miss Marcy for helping me to create that video and to help me to show the culture and the tradition of the Cayman Islands.
And how long does it take to make one?
It can take, it depends on the project.
Yeah.
So the longer the project, the bigger the item, the longer it will take. So sometimes maybe like 5 hours for one thing, but it's all handmade and it's made with love.
All handmade. And how long did it take to make all of the contestants' ones?
Like at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
At least 2 weeks, yes, because it's all handmade.
Yeah.
Yeah, made with love and made with love from the Cayman Islands.
Can I have one?
Yeah, I bought extras.
Ah, thank you very much. I look forward to having one. Thank you, Cayman Islands.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Scotland.
Welcome to Scotland. My name is Claudia Francesca Todd. I'm 25 years old and I feel honoured to be representing my country, Scotland, at the 70th anniversary of Miss World in Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in Glasgow, a vibrant and welcoming city, full of culture and architecture. I am standing in front of one of our most prestigious buildings, our National Art Gallery. Kelvingrove Art Gallery has 22 galleries and holds an astonishing 8,000 objects. Art and history have always been a passion throughout my life. Living in Glasgow, I'm so grateful for this wonderful museum that brings life and expression to our spirited city. This painting was purchased for Glasgow in 1952 for £8,200. It is now estimated to be valued at a cool 60 million. And if you're looking for something with a little bit more humour, also exhibiting in the art gallery is the Wellyboot dog, always guaranteed to put a smile on everyone's face. Enough culture for today. We are now going to move to one of my favourite Scottish beauty spots, the infamous Loch Lomond. It would be difficult to find a loch more captivating than Loch Lomond. It is easy to see why. The famous song, The Bonny Banks of Loch Lomond, was written in tribute to this natural wonder. I have many fond memories of my childhood exploring the wildlife and nature of this great area. I take great pleasure in showing one of my favourite Scottish beauty spots to friends from overseas. For those who know me, I'm passionate about animals, in particular horses. In Scotland, we are fortunate enough to have the exclusive breed of the Clydesdale horse, with key characteristics such as strength, capability, as well as compassion. Right, enough horsing around! I am excited to meet the other contestants from across the world, to learn about different cultures and to share the Miss World experience together.
Okay, Scotland. So the first thing that I noticed in your video was that at the end there's a huge horse that you're riding. What is that all about?
Yes, so horse riding has been one of my very many passions since I was young. And I share this interest with my sister, Victoria. And I feel it unites us together as a family. There is no better feeling than riding down the Scottish beach with all the lovely, exquisite scenery and enjoying every moment that my country has to offer. You know, although Scotland is small, we're very passionate.
Like, is this a specific kind of horse?
Yes, it's a Clydesdale, which is Scotland's national breed.
Oh, well, they're huge and beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Scotland. Now we move on to Serbia.
Hello everyone, I'm Adriana Savic, Miss World Serbia. I'm 21 years old and I'm student at 2 faculties. For the second faculty, organization Miss Serbia awarded me and all participants in the final selection a scholarship for full education. Learning and education are very important for me because knowledge is power. I was born in the small town of Gornji Milanovac, which is located in central Serbia in part of Šumadija, surrounded by the mountains Vujan and Rudnik. The desire for education and other educational content brought me to the capital of Serbia, Belgrade. Belgrade is Serbia in a nutshell. It leaves no one indifferent. Whoever comes to Serbia and Belgrade once always gradually returns. A city that lays at the bed of 2 rivers with the largest cultural and historical complex, Kalemegdan, countless excursion cities, modern squares, rich cultural and historical content, theaters, museums, of which single out the Historical Museum of Serbia and the Nikola Tesla Museum, the world's greatest scientists. Belgrade is a city that provides various cultural, musical and sports contents. Belgrade is also home city of the world tennis champion, Novak Djokovic. Belgrade is an open-hearted city that awaits you all. From Serbia, with a smile and great desire to participate and win. Puerto Rico, I'm coming. Be ready for Miss World Serbia!
So Serbia, you're studying 2 majors. Do you have time for yourself? Like, it's very hard to study 1 career. Now you have 2.
Yes, thank you, Vanessa, for this question because I like talking about this because for first faculty I got scholarship for project management from my company Miss Serbia as finalist on competition, and the second faculty is about beautician esthetician. I love that because my grandmother makes some special creams with using only natural ingredients, and I want to brand it because I would like to more people try it and use it.
I would happily try it.
We'll take some.
Yeah, you will. All of us.
Your first customers.
Thank you, Serbia.
Thank
now, last, Honduras.
Si me dieran la oportunidad de elegir quién ser y dónde nacer, elegiría 1 y 1000 veces ser quien soy. Bienvenidos a mi vida. Soy Dayana Bordas, una catracha quien orgullosamente representa su bello país, Honduras, ubicado en el corazón de América. Nací en el noroeste de mi país, una región conocida como la Mosquite hondureña. Formo parte de un grupo indígena llamado Misquito, que todavía conserva su lengua y cultura viva. Habitamos a las orillas de la biosfera del río Plátano. Es por eso que estamos íntimamente ligados con la naturaleza. Originaria de una familia con valores firmes, en el cual siempre se inculcó el servicio como pilar fundamental, llevando siempre en el corazón que a este mundo se vino a servir. En mis tiempos libres me encanta apreciar el verde vivo que nos rodea y salir a sentir la dulce brisa acariciándome cada vez que se puede. Decidí estudiar medicina por el deseo de ayudar a mi pueblo a través de mi aprendizaje. Anhelo cumplir muchos sueños que beneficiarán a otros a través de mi profesión. Es por eso que en el intento de cumplir mis metas y alcanzar las estrellas busco tocar corazones y cambiar vidas. Así comenzó el proyecto Luz de Esperanza, un sueño que hoy se hace realidad, dándole a los niños de nuestra tierra un lugar para recibir el pan del saber. Puedo decir que me siento muy orgullosa por poder gritar Honduras ante el mundo y formar parte de una plataforma tan grande que me da la oportunidad de dejar un legado. En Honduras somos tierra, somos mar, somos gente, somos corazón.
Honduras, you say that you belong to this indigenous community called the Mosquitos, is it right?
No, es Misquitos.
Ah, Mesquite.
Mesquite.
No, y según la teoría, Vanessa, se dice de que la palabra mosquitia viene de lo que es por los mosquitos, que los conquistadores cuando llegaron al territorio de la mosquitia, había muchos mosquitos, entonces se tuvieron que mover desde ahí, entonces de ahí nace la palabra
Bueno,
mosquito.
entonces tenías razón, no me equivoqué tanto.
Exacto.
Oye, y cuéntanos algo como especial de los bailes o qué los hace especiales.
Bueno, antes que todo, pues, ubaliliasna neiwa de ganar nana mananidu kumi baniwal Puerto Rico ra tinkidawan rayabisna an mis gorra chanskapen kirawan kiva. Que esta es mi lengua autóctona que estoy diciendo en español, pues que me siento muy feliz de estar aquí con ustedes dos. Agradecida con Dios, con la vida y con el Mismundo por la experiencia tan maravillosa que me están dando. Bueno, los Misquitos somos un grupo indígena que habitamos en 2 países de todo el mundo, que es Honduras y Nicaragua. Somos un grupo indígena muy unidos, muy fuertes, valientes, que a pesar de todas nuestras limitantes, porque sí sufrimos de muchas limitantes, hemos aprendido a sobresalir, hemos aprendido a caracterizarnos, porque por ser fuertes y valientes, entregamos cuerpo y alma en todo lo que hacemos. Y algo que todavía es que conservamos nuestra lengua y cultura viva. Y lo que mencionabas ahorita del baile, nosotros somos muy alegres, muy sabrosos, nos gusta bailar, nos gusta contagiar esa alegría. Nos gusta contagiar esa alegría y que la gente que nos visita sienta eso, como que se sientan en casa, en sus hogares, porque eso es lo que somos. Somos personas llenas de amor, llenas de bondad, que a pesar de todas las adversidades hemos aprendido a sobresalir.
Ay, muchísimas gracias, Honduras, de verdad que qué lindo ver que representes esta parte tan importante
y
de tu país.
Así
Sí.
me siento muy orgullosa y muy feliz de poder representar lo que es la belleza, el corazón y la fortaleza cultural de mi país.
Muchas gracias, Honduras, de verdad. Perdón que te corté así, pero tenemos que seguir. So, we're done with the first part. How do you feel?
Good.
Shall we go on to the final question?
Let's keep going.
Are you ready?
Yeah, but before we do that, let's just remind you how to vote. There are 3 ways to vote.
Liking the contestants' official Miss World Facebook page,
Voting for them on the Miss World website.
or voting for them on their official Mobster account.
The contestant with the most increases in votes, likes, follows after the episode will advance.
Remember, only one contestant per episode can advance for a chance to win her spot in the Miss World semi-final.
Now it's time for the final question, and we are going to begin with Poland. Poland, what is the biggest challenge facing women today?
Well, I think that there are a lot of challenges that women are facing today and all over the world. However, I don't understand why there are so many indifferences, even though we've been created as equally important people, equally important gender. So I think that it's not only that we've been judging by the stereotypes and we are unequal sometimes in the relationships or in career, in job positions. Very often we face situations that even on the same position we are paid not equally regardless our strengths, things that we bring into the company or just things like that. However, those are the small problems. I feel blessed because I come from the place and the family that have provided every opportunity for me and that I can choose my futures. But I know that all over the world there are some places that young girls are not able to choose their dreams, their career, their mission, their marriage. Very important things that I believe that we all as human beings should have a right to choose. And if we look back or if we focus on the present or we will try to predict the future, we will find that we have great feminine leaders all across the world who were able to make the difference. So it's also in our hands that Like they had the chance, we have it, and the future generations also should have it, and we should try because this is in our concern. And here in this competition, I believe that we are in a platform that we can be a voice for voiceless. This is the celebration of femininity, the celebration of strong, wonderful, and powerful women that have their voices, and we should stand up for those who doesn't. So the message from it should be that we shouldn't judge women just by their gender, their actions, their looks, but we should respect them for who they really are.
I totally agree, and I think it's immensely important for both men and women to understand that. So thank you very much, Poland. Sri Lanka, what is the best piece of advice you would give to the younger generation?
My best piece of advice would be, no matter how small you think your impact is in the world, do something about it. And in relation to that, I would like to say that in terms of climate change, we have to start acting now. Because by 2050, we won't have a chance to make a difference. We won't have a chance to stop the irreversible damage that we're doing already to this world. And I believe that my best piece of advice would be to the next generation, to whoever's watching, is no matter how small you think your impact is, it's an impact at the end of the day. And collectively, if we stand united and if we all make a small change, no matter how small it is, it's like a butterfly effect. We're going to do wonders, and we're going to help stop and help slow down climate change. And I think that's my best piece of advice. Start small, and collectively, we can stand united to do something great in the future in terms of climate change.
Thank you very much, Sri Lanka. Cayman Islands, I would like to ask you, what qualities do you think a Miss World should have?
I love this question, Jack, because with the world the way that it is right now, the next Miss World has a huge responsibility on her hands. She has to unite people in a time when we are all going through the same thing, the pandemic, the effects of the pandemic, mental health-wise, financially, emotionally. So the next Miss World needs to be someone who has an open heart, an open mind, empathetic and compassionate. And she also needs to be someone who lives her life as truly as she can. And I believe that those are the qualities that I actually have as well. Thank you.
I love that belief in yourself. Thank you very much, Cayman Islands.
Thank you.
Now we have Scotland.
So Scotland, your question is, what was the most inspiring moment in your life?
An inspiring moment in my life was definitely when I was 22 years old, and unfortunately I contracted a really serious, deadly disease. All my family and friends came together as one to support me. And from being a fit, healthy girl, I'm a performer, so I've never been sick, I've never broken a bone, but unfortunately I contracted this disease and I was in hospital for a very long time. But it showed me that family and your friends matter the most, and your health is so important.
Yes.
So I think that is my inspiring moment.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Scotland. Now, moving on to Serbia. Serbia, your final question is, besides winning your national title, what else are you proud of?
The thing which I most appreciate is that I became ambassador of SOS Children Village in Serbia. Children which live there is very, very cute, but they need passion, and because of that, I'm for their always there, and I love them. I love their smile, their happiness, and because of that, I most appreciate that moment in my life.
That is so sweet. I can feel your passion.
Yeah.
I can.
Thank you, Serbia.
Thank you.
And the last final question of the day is Honduras. Your question is, who is your role model?
Vanessa, pues creo que mi modelo a seguir es mi padre. El por qué es mi padre, creo que no es por todo lo que ha logrado, ni por todo lo que nos ha ofrecido como padre, sino porque a pesar de todas las adversidades, a pesar de que él creció en una familia, distorsionada, donde los padres se separaron desde muy pequeños. Tiene tanto amor por ofrecer. Ha sido un padre ejemplar que siempre nos ha inculcado que este mundo se vino a servir. Y el que no vive para servir, no sirve para vivir. Nos ha enseñado que no vales por lo que tienes, no vales por la belleza, sino por lo que llevas en el corazón. Y que siempre donde quiera que vayas debes dejar una huella, dejar un legado, porque ese ha sido nuestro lema y siempre lo llevo en mi corazón. Y yo sé que como mujer, a la mujer que ha criado, a la mujer que ha formado, él se sentirá orgulloso algún día de eso.
¿Quieres mandarle un saludo a la cámara?
Así es, papi, muchas gracias por todo lo que has hecho. Y como mencionaba anteriormente, quiero que te sientas orgulloso de la mujer en la que me he convertido. Te prometí algún día convertirme en una mujer que impactará a muchas mujeres y hoy lo estoy logrando. Primer indígena de la Mosquitia que está representando al país hondureño y llegaremos muy lejos. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Honduras. Ladies, you can rest now. The head-to-head is over.
Relax.
How are you feeling? Good. Accomplished.
Yes.
Probably a little wet because of the rain, but this is so beautiful. So from the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve in Puerto Rico, almost always sunny Puerto Rico, we say goodbye to everyone and we'll see you in the next Head-to-Head Challenge.